Hello and welcome to part 2 of the test 3 review for math 0018. The next question that we have is going to be something like 7 times x minus 10 and then minus 7 equals 24x minus 128. So the first thing I'll do is distribute the 7 and get 7x minus 70 minus 7 equals 24x minus 128. Then I'm going to combine the like terms and get 7x minus 77 equals 24x minus 128. Then I need to move my x's to one side, numbers to the other. So here, since the 24 is bigger than 7, I'm going to move my x's to the right, which means I need to move my numbers to the left. So I'm going to subtract 7x from both sides and add the 128 to both sides, wherein I will get 17x equals 51. Divide both sides by 17. 51 divided by 17 is 3, and that's what equals x. Next, we're going to get one with fractions. What we need to do here, let's say we have 1/2 x plus 10 equals 1 over 5x. So the best way to do this is to get rid of our fractions to begin with. So what we want to do is find the least common denominator of all of our fractions and multiply everything by that. So the only denominators we have are 2 and 5. So the smallest number that both 2 and 5 will go into is 10. So we're going to multiply 1/2, 1 over 2x times 10, 10 times 10, and 1 over 5x times 10. When we do that, we're going to get 10 divided by 2 is 5 times 1 over x. So 1x is 5x. 10 times 10 is 100. 10 divided by 5 is 2, times x is 2x. So now I need to move my x's to one side. So I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides. I'm going to get 100 equals negative 3x. I need to divide both sides by negative 3. And I'm going to be left with negative 100 over x. Again, leave it like this. You don't need to do like we did on the other test and change it into a mixed numeral. Just leave it as an improper fraction and you'll have it right. Next, we're going to be given some triangles and we need to find one of the sides. They're all going to be right triangles. So let's say that we're given one with the leg. One leg is 2 and one is 9. We're going to use a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So substitute our numbers in. We have 2 squared plus 9 squared equals c squared. 2 squared is 4, 9 squared is 81. When we add those, we're going to get 85 equals c squared. Then we're going to take the square root of both sides. So we have square root of 85 equals square root of c squared. Square root of c squared is just c. We're left with square root of 85. We can't really do anything, it's not a perfect square, but if we're doing the test on myopenmath, we need to type in SQRT and then in parentheses 85 as the answer. There is a little symbol that you can do on there. If you hit the yellow arrow, you should be able to get to it. The next one is asking you about a ladder. If how tall a ladder needs to be, if you need to set it up so that it's a certain distance from the house and it needs to go up a certain distance. So on this example, I have 5 and 6. So it's going to be the same formula, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I'm going to put 5 and 6 in. 5 squared is 25, 6 squared is 36, and that equals c squared. 25 plus 36 is 61. Then I need to take the square root of both sides, and I just get square root of 61 equals C. You don't need to work this out, just leave it like this, but remember on my math lab, SQRT in parentheses 61, and that's what your C is going to be. Next, we're going to have the area of a rectangle. It's of a house, or a carpet, I believe, or a floor, and which is going to be 12 by 18. So we just multiply 12 times 18. We're going to get that it's 216 square feet. 8 times 12 is 96. 1 times 12 is 12. When we add these, it'll be 216. Next, we're going to be given the area. We need to find the area of a circle. We're given the diameter. So we have to find the radius first. So whatever we're given, divide that number by 2, and we'll get the radius. And the formula is pi r squared. So we're going to put in a 6 squared times pi. 6 squared is 36. Pi, we're going to use 3.14. And when we do that, 36 times 3.14 is 113.04. Again, you'll be able to use a calculator on this test because there are some that it actually says on there. So make sure that the proctor knows that you're allowed to use the basic calculator. So this is all that's going to be on test number 3. Go through all these problems and you'll do really well.